If you're looking to start a small business, there are 5 pros and 5 cons that you need to know before you make a decision about whether to embark on this life journey. I'm going to share them here today. I've owned my own small business for over 8 years now. And here's some of the things I wish I knew at the start of this entire journey. I want to share those with you so that you can go into it with your eyes wide open and know exactly what you're getting yourself into. So let's start with the pros. First, flexibility. As a business owner, you have the flexibility to set your own schedule and make decisions that best fit your needs. That is a really great luxury, and it's not something that you're going to find in a corporate or a regular 9 to 5. So that's a huge benefit. There's also potential for high earnings. Potential. Starting a business can lead to higher earnings potential compared to traditional employment, right? Because you're not asking for a raise. It's just on you to the extent that you can grow your business. And that's an infinite level, right? You can grow your business theoretically as large as possible. It's very difficult to do, but that is one of the big benefits, is that there's potential for really high earnings. Then there's creative control. So in a corporate job or in a 9 to 5, you might feel like you don't have complete control over being creative or problem solving the way you want to. That's all out the window as a small business owner. As a small business owner, you get complete creative control over your business, allowing you to build something unique and something personally fulfilling. That's really great. It's super gratifying to be in creative control of your employment. Personal growth. Starting a business can challenge you to grow personally and professionally. It's one of the things I love about being a small business owner. Every challenge that I encounter, I really have to develop new skills, new strengths, and figure out where my weaknesses are and overcome them. It's a huge opportunity for personal growth. And the last one is the positive impact. So as a successful business, you can have a positive impact on your community. You can provide value to your customers' lives. For employees and yourself, you have this sense of purpose and pride in what you do. And that's really, really wonderful. There's nothing like going and being totally fulfilled and having pride and purpose when you're running a small business. So those are five pros that I've really found that are absolutely fantastic about having a small business. Now, here are 5 cons. And these are probably even more important for you to keep in mind, because small businesses is glorified, right? And entrepreneurship is glorified, but there's a pretty high failure rate, especially compared to many other professions. So you have to be prepared to deal with the cons. Financial risk. So I talked about the high earning potential, but starting a business often requires a significant financial investment, and there's always a risk of not recouping that investment too, right? There's uncertainty. Success in business is never guaranteed, right? So number 2, there's uncertainty all the time. There will be uncertainty surrounding your decisions, the outcomes of those decisions. So you have to be able to operate not without a clear list of tasks that you do in a corporate or a 9 to 5 job, but you have to be able to live with the uncertainty of what the day to day is going to bring in a job like this. There's long hours, and you've got to be ready for that. You've got to know that that's the case going in. Starting and running a business often requires long hours, and it's a lot of hard work, which can lead to burnout and stress. So that's why, see one of my other videos about prioritizing taking care of yourself too. Aside from long hours, there's a lot of responsibility. And can you carry that responsibility? You're responsible for everything related to your business. That means finances, legal, compliance, customer satisfaction, product, business development, accounting, you name it, the buck stops with you. Doesn't mean you're doing all of those jobs. Eventually, hopefully, you're able to delegate, but ultimately, all of those things stop with you. And that's a lot of responsibility to carry. You don't have a boss anymore who you can push things through when things get tough, or when you're confused, or you can't figure something out. That doesn't exist. Are you prepared for that level of responsibility? Number 5, you have to be ready for what it can feel like, because sometimes it can be isolating. Running a business, it can sometimes be a lonely experience. You might not have the same level of social interaction, especially when you're just getting started and it's just you. You don't have any coworkers, you don't have any colleagues to bounce stuff off of. You don't have the support or the HR or the mechanisms that you have in a traditional workplace. So you have to be really prepared for that self-dependence, and knowing that sometimes that can feel pretty isolating too. Okay. So overall, I would highly recommend, if you have a passion for small business, if you have a passion for something, starting a business, but it can be challenging and it can be a rewarding experience. And it's important for entrepreneurs, for small business owners, to carefully weigh these pros and cons before you embark on this journey, and to have a solid plan in place to increase your chances of success. So it's a lot of self-development. It's a lot of understanding of what you're going to face as a small business owner when starting a business. All right. So I wish you the best of luck with your journey. Hit like on this video, hit subscribe, because we're sharing all sorts of tips all the time for what it takes for people to grow their local business I would love to hear from you in the comments. So if you are starting a business, what are some of the pros and cons for you? Did these hit home for you? Were there others that you would want to share? Because other small business owners, entrepreneurs read this channel. It'd be great to share some tips, advice, pros, cons. So I'll leave it to you. What did you expect or not expect when you started your small business and went on this journey? Thanks so much.